All right, my friends, so let's get started with our Andy Warhol inspired art. So in order to do this picture, you need a regular size piece of paper and then a quarter size piece of paper, one that fits on that one 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're in class, I'll be giving you one that's the right size, but if you need to create your own, what you'll do is you'll need 2 pieces of paper. And for one of them, you are going to fold it in half both ways. And you want to be as precise as possible. Be careful with your folds. So there's one fold. There's my other fold. Okay? And you could cut right on that line. I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but that's the same size as this one. Okay? Now, I'm going to put this to the side. I don't need it. That was just to show you in case you need to make your own. So, I want a picture that's going to repeat 4 times on my page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I could hold my paper horizontally, the way I have it now, or I could hold it vertically, okay? And if I do that, I have to turn this paper because the small paper horizontally doesn't fit 4 times. Okay, they have to have the same orientation. They have to go the same way if it's going to fit 4 times on that page. For now, let's just work on the little one here. And we talked about how pop art usually, not always, usually has something that is very easily recognizable to everybody. So that could be a video game character or a logo, or a movie character, a celebrity, something like that. A meme, an emoji. I think for mine, I'm just going to do Pikachu, and I want to keep it simple. Now, I also want to make sure that it's big. A very small picture on here isn't going to look as good. So I'm just going to do Pikachu's face. And for this one, you want to take your time. Make it as nice and neat as possible, because this is going to become your tracer or your stencil on your bigger paper. Okay. Now that's good enough for me. I mean, if I wanted to do the body or something, I could. But for this, it's going to be okay. Now, I know that I want my paper the tall way, okay? Because having a sideways Pikachu isn't going to make a lot of sense. So I want to hold both of these the tall way. And I'm going to use this as a tracer underneath. So I want to line it up really well. And I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but I can see it pretty good on my paper here. And what I'm going to do is trace the line where he shows up. I'm going to trace him onto my big paper, and I'm going to do this 4 times, 1 in each corner of my paper. He's going to get repeated over and over and over, and it's going to look the same until we get some color. So I'm going to fast forward through that. Now that I have one, I'm going to color in this one's ears, but you know what? I'm going to be really careful not to do that in each one so that his ears can be different colors. The only other thing I'm going to do is make sure that I'm tracing the line each time. See you in a second when this is done. And there you have it. I used my little one to trace 4 more on this page. This is the first section of your Andy Warhol picture. Everybody's just going to look different. We're all going to have different pictures. We're all going to have different images. But I'd like you to try and choose something that almost everybody should get right off the bat. In the next video, I'm going to talk about coloring these using different color modes. And I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. So I'll see you then.